Hey friends, Vin here. Welcome to today's quick live training on Saturday morning. I want to welcome all the folks that are watching live. If you're watching the replay, I want to say welcome. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to tune in from my phone just to make sure I'm on here live. What I always do is could be a glitch here and there with all this technology stuff. Today I want to speak about how to use systems to build multiple income streams because that's what I've been doing over the last couple of years, and it's worked, and it continues to work, and it's so much of a so less has it's less of a hassle than reaching out to people, DMing people all day long. And let me go ahead and make sure I'm on live. Okay, I believe I am. It said I was, so I'm just gonna go quick. Okay. All right, people DMing people. Very good. All right. Well, it usually takes a minute for folks to come on live anyway. So, all right, I want to say welcome to today's training to give a backdrop for people that are involved in network marketing, home-based business. Most people are looking for leads, systems, automation, follow-up systems for their business. I know I was for years. And there's another reason why you want to have systems in place that you own, you operate, because companies can and do and will go in and out of momentum, in and out of business. Anything can happen to a company you don't own. Network marketing companies we've seen over and over again. They shut down, they change the compensation plan, they go out of momentum. Anything can happen. So you want to insulate yourself from that happening. And really the way to or inoculate yourself from that happening is to build a list. They say the money is in the list. If you have experience in network marketing, you know that it's one of the first things your upline or anyone will say in any training is build a list. Like as a matter of fact, it's the first thing to do when it comes to revenue producing activities is build a list, contact and invite, show the plan, and follow up, right? The list, the invitation, presentation, and the social proof to follow up. And so if you can automate that, then that's going to really assist you in building a good business. So again, to put it into context, I wanted to do this for years, but it was so confusing, so costly. I bought so many different systems, and it was just such a headache that I really didn't know what to do, right? I bought ClickFunnels, Aweber, Constant Contact, all these different lead generating systems, and it was listen, you don't want to go down that rabbit hole, and if you have, you know what it's like. So there's a system that I purchased last year, and it's been great, and it's an income stream in itself. So what I want to share with you is, well, first before I do that, so on the front end, there's active income with systems. Like I resell the system because I believe in it and it works. It's lucrative. And like a lot of people want to know these things. Most people, I mean, who in their right mind is going to say, no, I don't want leads. I want to keep reaching out to people. I want to reach out to my friends, family, neighbors, relatives, coworkers, get objections all the time. And I just want that. I want to be rejected. I want to DM multiple people every single day. No one's saying they want to do that. There's some lunatics out there, maybe, but no one's saying they want to do that. Now, I will say that when you start a new business, and or even if you're involved in the business, conversations are important. So there's that element that because some people want to go to the extreme over here and do cold marketing or post and pray, and hopefully someone reaches out to them from content they put out there. And then other people say, well, none of that works. We want to do all belly to belly over here and build a list and reach out to people. You really want to commingle that because here, if you just do cold market, you'll never really establish the relationships that are required to build a business. And if you're just over here with no technology, there's only a finite amount of people that you can reach out to. Like there's way more people that you don't know or you can't contact or you're not comfortable contacting, right? Than you can contact. So there's like there's hot market, warm market. Then there's people you know. There's Facebook friends, TikTok people see on TikTok or YouTube or somewhere else, but you don't have a relationship with them. Like you don't have their phone number or you don't call them. I mean, you have it, I have it, like hundreds of friends from high school and throughout life and a job and workforce and everything else. But we don't reach out to them. It would be strange if we're randomly reaching out to someone, right? But yet we'll go and we'll like their post or put a comment under there. We just don't. Does that make sense? We don't text, we don't DM, we don't call. That's an uncomfortable situation when you do that. So in that's a time when you want to create content, add value, generate interest, and have a free offer, right? And that offer will lead to a video series or a sales page that will uh, first generate the lead. The free offer will generate the lead, and then that creates the rapport, and then you can build that business. So you want to have that in place. And then there's also, look, people see content out there and they follow you and they inbox you and you develop rapport. That's happened. As a matter of fact, that's been for me, I'll say that those are the best people. Some of the best people are people that you never really knew, and you develop rapport, and they're coming to you because they're interested in your either your content or the value you're creating or your product and service. So having a mixture of all of these things I've found to be essential. So, as an example, uh, last year I started another network marketing business, and like 90%, 90 to 95% of that business came through the email list and came through lead generation. And that was a very lucrative business. Last 4 months of 2025, we did very well with that business. But like a lot of things, that business went out of momentum very quickly, and it also it severed the affiliate marketing arm. So if I only used face to face, first of all, if I only used face to face or DMing people or that really warm market list, if I only used that, I wouldn't have been able to create such a lucrative business. Number one. Number two, I wouldn't have the information where I can press a button and send out either value or a new opportunity or whatever it is, right? So, this isn't theoretical. This actually works. Now, I just launched another business, and I do want to say, and I'll share with you the businesses that interest me most at this point in time in the network marketing industry is the crypto currency business model. Now, I'll say quickly that the model, why I find it to be superior to a traditional network marketing business model or even the matrix business model, is because there's no monthly, and the product in itself, the only point to have a crypto product, whether it's mining nodes, AI trading bots, or AI trading software, or something, or software or technology, the only reason to utilize that product or service, again, mining nodes, AI trading software, we'll say, the only point is that it makes you money without your interaction with it. So if you look at a product, if it's a wellness product, yes, it can make you look good, feel good, less aches and pains, lose weight, and it could be a life-changing product you can't live without. I'm just saying the nature of that product, one, costs money monthly, and two, doesn't make you any money, right? And that's that product. Again, that could be great. Then the matrix model is generally there's a much lower value, but there's a lower cost. And it's hard to justify sometimes why spending money, even if it's only $20 a month, in a matrix, because I've joined like five of them over the last couple of years. And, because the comp plan, when you look at the comp plan of a Matrix, it's like, wow, this is really great. Low barrier of entry, you can get spillover, and the break even point. I've done extensive, if you follow any of my stuff, I've done extensive videos on this stuff, and I've joined a lot of them. And it's funny too, because I've always said no to cryptocurrency, because of the reputation it has in the network marketing space. And it's true. I mean, companies do get shut down. They get, those things happen. Those things happen in any business, whether traditional restaurants, traditional business. Anything can happen, but network marketing companies' matrices, they can get shut down. They get set, they sever the network marketing arms, and is really only like a, when you look back at a lot of companies that are out of business in the network marketing space, like World Ventures and Juness and Monavie and Nerium International and Modere, Rodan and Fields, and it goes on and on. Great companies, right? People did very well in those companies, excellent products. Everything at a certain time was great, but then it was no longer great. They went out of momentum and went out of business. A lot of big companies now are out of momentum. So not just getting shut down. If you go try to start an isogenics business or a melaleuca business, those are not easy businesses. Again, companies that have been around for eons and have had, astronomical success. But to get into a business like that, particularly in 2026 with the auto ship model, right? The retention, it isn't a question, and it isn't something like, well, this company's different. Everyone stays on auto ship. No one stays on auto ship. No one likes auto ship. No one wants it, and no one stays on it. So, the large majority doesn't. Your retention is very, very low. So when you look at crypto in the network marketing space, yeah, you have all the risks are in place without a doubt. But at the same time, there's no monthly, there's no auto ship. Your retention is 100% because where are people going? And there's a program I'll share with you at the end of this um, training that is of the 5 or 6 programs that I'm utilizing in the crypto space. This is the one I used. I'm using currently for network marketing. And why network marketing? If you're not involved in network marketing, you call it a pyramid or one of those things as well. The business model itself is inherently better than any business model in the world when you think about it. Where can you have a business where you can build an organization but not have a payroll? I mean, the leverage you can create in network marketing is clearly better than anything else. The downside of it is the auto ship and the reputation and the hype and all of the things that are like scammy or spammy about it. So that's definitely inherent. That's definitely there. But I do want to share with you just a few things about systems. Now, what, and I'm not going to get deep into it here. I have other ones. If you want, you go through a video series. So here's just a funnel I created with this system. Actually, this is a funnel that is done for you. So all I really had to do is put my picture in here, and I didn't change any of the copy. I'm actually going to change some of this copy because the 2 hour a day blueprint, I don't know, there's things about it I like with this copy and things I don't. And because I've learned so much with this particular model, I'm going to change this up and I'm going to do a bridge video in between. Because the system itself, like this system I purchased this for, um, because over the years I purchased all these different courses and spent, it was like good money after bad. And not that it was these things I purchased over the years were bad, like ClickFunnels is a phenomenal company. It was just too confusing, a lot of it for me. It was just too confusing, and there was no support. The things I didn't have. I didn't have support. I had to speak to a computer, a bot, to go back and forth for support. And there was no ongoing training. Like I purchased courses, but once the course is finished in like 6 months, it's obsolete. This program is every single day there's something new. It's always up to date and it's always changing. So I finally used this program and I do resell it. I mean, as a matter of fact, I'll put a link below if you want to opt in here to learn, because it doesn't matter what network marketing business you're in. This will help you with any of them, because really what it comes down to is help building your list. So what I do is I'll lead with this, because I'll make, anywhere from $100 to $1,500 per sale. So I'll lead with this, and the reason I lead with this is because it's generic, and like if someone's not into crypto but they're into wellness, they're still going to want leads, right? They're still going to want to build a business. And look, there's a lot of programs out there that give you like 100 leads a day. uh, I've never found it to be, unless you're creating, if you're doing that and it's really cold market, then you do what you want to do. I mean, I've purchased all this, like buy leads with this or get leads with that. It's just never really was something, or maybe it's just something I haven't done enough of. in order to make it work. But I'll say that the organic leads, like the conversions and the ratios, is are far better with something organic and something that's yours, right? And when you think about it, people get into business that they know, like, and trust, but it's not even them. They don't even have to like you. They may, or technically know you. They just have to really trust your business acumen and trust you're a person that, uh, one, comes from a place of being authentic and have integrity, but two, you know what you're doing. Like the guy that came to fix my garage door. I don't know, the guy hooked my ear off or whatever. He was just a strange individual, right? And then, but my garage door needed, this was a few years ago. Then it needed work again. So I called that guy up again. I don't want to hang out with the guy. I don't know the guy. I don't really, I don't dislike him, but I'm like really, But I trust his business acumen in that particular vocation. So he's the guy I call, right? So you want to be the person that they feel comfortable with. Because when people are looking at a business, a network, like a network marketing business, they want to get started with someone who is understands the model, who can help them. And even if they're not thinking of that, they're looking for their subconscious mind's thinking of that. Well, I want something there to help me if I need it. And I'll say this too, you, because I have people reach out to me all the time with new deals. And if you're at a certain level of competence, you don't want to you're not going to sign up with someone who's at a lower level of competence because it doesn't even fit the business. Very rarely does that work out. I mean, you can do it, but depending on, that's where you want to raise your competence, and your ability to market, maybe do video, produce content, consistency. You want to become better at what you, I mean, if you, like Eric Worre says, when it comes to network marketing, it's my hope that you decide to become a professional, right? And if the decision is that you're going to read, listen, and participate, you're going to read the books that are required, you're going to listen to counsel or different trainings, and you're going to participate in your own business and become the person required to sponsor people and to bring people in and to generate leads. So this is a funnel that I use in the front. Okay. Now, what I did was I had been building a list with this funnel. And I'll say this too, though, is that it's not just having a funnel. There are definitely some nuances in building, uh, generating leads, good leads, excuse me. And it's content creation, curating content, knowing what triggers people, understanding your perfect customer, your ideal customer, because people are searching for certain thing. If you're out there, it's like Tony Robbins says, don't if you drive, don't drive eastbound looking for a sunset because you're not going to find it. So you want to learn these things, and you want to learn, a lead generation, automation, when to send out emails, how to create newsletters, how to create campaigns, how to create a call to action, what kind of call to action, what's a trigger, different triggers. And these things always change. And this is why it's not just having a funnel. This system on the inside it teaches you these things. And there's like always new trainings on it. Because again, marketing changes all the time. So you want to definitely change as you go. So I'll put a link below. This is systemdrivenblueprint.com. You can opt in here to learn more about this system. So right now so what I did was I just duplicate through the system, and I was able to create this. Now this is another funnel, and I have leads that came in through here, and I don't even know where they came through, although I do set the tag. And having a tag means if someone comes through this funnel, I'll know exactly what funnel they came through, and they'll be tagged to a certain list, like systems list. This will be, AI crypto trading list. So I'll be able to filter that list in my back office. And this way, if I want to, this is why you can sell different things with the funnel, because you have different lists and different funnels. In August of 2025. Hey, baby. In August of 2025, I created a new funnel for the other business that I launched. I saw that I said, wow, this is a great business. I want to participate with this and I want to build that. In addition, again, this training on how do you do it, build multiple income streams with systems. And I did that. And then I put generic content out about that particular product. It was crypto mining. And so I spoke about crypto mining, and there's different nuances you want to use. Like one of the things that people really confuse with network marketing or whatever they're marketing is you want to sell the outcome as opposed to, all the features and features about the product or service. In other words, if someone's going to Lowe's to purchase a drill, right? They really don't want a drill. They need a hole somewhere, right? And so I don't know if that's a good analogy, but it's the outcome that people seek. And so then you want to illustrate a familiar problem with people. I mean, a familiar problem to a lot of people is the economy, the price of food, clothing, shelter, insurance, energy, right? Those things, and it's a whole list, right? It depends on your audience. Could be like, are you over 50 years old and you're looking to retire? That's my audience, right? So if that's your niche audience, I'll just say this, like if you're over 50 years old and you're looking to retire, maybe you worked 30, 40, 50 years like myself. And again, when you put yourself in that, you're just really telling a story, how to craft your story. And if you're coming from a place of honesty, then it's people know it. If it's not honest, people know it. And so I like just being honest. It's like, this is what's going on in the world. You just heard I have the dog clawing at my door right now. I have kids in the other room. I'm a busy dad. I wanted to do this video quick and get some content out there. But there's again back to the economy and the loom of like what the hell's going on in the world. And so we want to insulate our family. I know I do with something from the internet. I want to leverage crypto. I want to leverage AI. I want to leverage social media. So why would I not like the three biggest things in the world right now? Social media, AI, and crypto. Like why wouldn't I want to learn more about that and use those and leverage those to create more leverage to financially insulate my family because I did what most people do. You work 40, 50, 60 hours a week. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's other people that they're going to knock it. Oh, don't work for all these hours and quit your job. No, don't quit your job. Anyone I mean, you do what you want to do, but I'll never tell anyone to quit your job. It's bad advice, especially if you're just starting online. And so, so but at the same time, you can't really get ahead with that either. Because if you have a salary, you can't, and there's not enough time to get a second job. So this is why people want to build a business online. And this is why network marketing is such a good option because of the leverage, right? And you can build a team. Let's just say you find 10 people that are really into building the business. They identify with what you just said. Those 10 people say, yeah, I do feel the economy. The kids are getting older. My wife and I want to retire. My husband and I want to buy a second home, whatever it may be. Or if, even younger kids. So this message appeals to the kids in the 20s. Why? Because they live in the same world as we do. Like most people, right? Now, networking isn't for everybody, even though anyone can do it. It's been proven. So anyway, but you want to make it easy and learn systems because systems are the things that are going to. There's a saying out there, another one too, that's like you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. So having systems in place is key. So I'll use this funnel and I used a funnel in that business I launched in the crypto space. And here's another one. I'll leave this below. And on this channel, I'm doing videos about this program anyway. So advanced AI crypto intelligence. And I'll put this funnel below. When you opt into this funnel, you want to have a free offer. And the free offer from this funnel is to get instant access to a video series. Okay. And plus, you're going to get a free compound calculator, your simple guide to weekly passive income. So if someone is interested in this, again, if someone's looking to lose weight, let's just say, then this isn't for them. Like this offer isn't for them, right? If there's an offer on how to, design your home or organize your closets, I'm not clicking on that, and so this is something that people may click on, right? It says create a digital pension, compress 30 years of traditional work with the power of crypto, right? There's no recruiting, no posting. You just set it and forget it, right? More people are taking ownership of their retirement by leveraging crypto and AI. And all this, it's all true, right? Learn how everyday people are earning passive income without selling, recruiting, or posting. AI, right? Advanced AI, crypto intelligence. I like this too for the average person looking for modern ways to accelerate their wealth. This is what this is for. I like this program because it's $100 to get started. Okay. Let me show you some others. They have internal systems as well. Let me show them to you quick. So once you get into this second into the video series, it'll then after the other series of videos, there's replicated websites this deal gives you, right? You can look at the rewards plan. You can get started with it's called Polar Tensor today. Enroll now. You can actually enroll for free. You can get your own sites. You can go to the App Store, download the apps. You also have the compound calculator that you can use. So you can look at the historical returns and say, hey, how would this work if I had $100 in the system, right? $1,000 in the system, $50,000 in the system, right? Then, and you can also take a survey, see if it's right for you. So, but what I like about using systems on the front is it builds a list and it helps you um, automate your business and learn how to learn. And so what's funny too is now, I don't know how long this video is so far. Let me just say, well, not that it really matters, but what I'll say is that, uh, and by the way, if you're on YouTube, if you like this kind of content, drop a one in the comments or let us know where you're tuning in from. I should have been saying that the whole time because when you do that, that's another thing you learn as you go, is when you interact with the audience, then your video gets more traction and YouTube shows it to more people, right? And I'm just like learning a lot of that stuff now as we go, So, but the reason I like systems is like this piece of content. Let's just say it's a half hour long. And there's different types. I can do an hour-long presentation. I can do a 30-second, a 5-second, a 10-second. Those are shorts, right? And and you can take this and cut it up. But illustrate what leverage is about. I'll do this and I'll put these links below in the description in the comments. I'll drop a comment below. And if I should have had it, I actually should have put it in before I even did this video. See, I'm learning. And so uh leverage. I'll go because it's Saturday, and I asked my wife before, What are we doing today?" And she's like, "Well, I have a long list." And I'm like, "I'm sure you do," right? And so it's all good. We're gonna go have our day. But a video like this, or other videos, or piece of content anywhere is out working for you while you're out, right? So I'll be out doing my thing. Maybe someone will drop by when it's convenient for them, and they'll click a video like this. And by the way, if you like content like this, then like and subscribe to the channel if you want more. Okay. I have another channel. I do more of the stuff about systems like this type of training on another channel. This channel I'm doing this on right now is more of network marketing opportunity and review channel. And so two forms of leverage is one, content leverage. So this piece on YouTube is going to be passive because it's going to be in perpetuity, right? So in other words, someone might click on something and it's going to show up in their feed on the side. They may click on AI trading bots, and my thing's going to click on the side. And maybe if I have a good thumbnail on it or whatever else, which you learn from the system, maybe they'll click on that, and then all of a sudden, so it doesn't matter to me because I'm not getting the rejection. I'm not getting objections. I'm not getting anything. I'm just speaking to a computer right now, doing a video, and then it's going to go out into the ether. Right. And you can do this, by the way. I want you to know this. I don't know what the hell's keeping you from doing this. and you don't know what the hell's keeping you from doing it either. You're just saying, I really should do it, right? Oh, I should do this, but you're not doing it. And I say that to myself too, because I don't do it enough, right? Uh, and so y- people will buy from people that they trust their acumen. Now, if you say you're not good at it or you just haven't gotten started yet, number one, you got to be bad at anything before you're good at anything. That's number one. Number two is if you don't start now, when are you going to start? You're going to drive yourself nuts thinking about it. Number three, I'll probably stop lose count of my numbers, but a lot of people will identify with you if you're not polished and great at it, right? And so, like, if you look at Russell Brunson from ClickFunnels, I mean, he's the master. He may be the greatest marketer in history, right? And so, a lot of people can't identify with him. Well, Alex Hormozy, you watch his stuff, and you're like, I can't even keep up this guy, you know? So, if you're looking to attract, here's an example. I use this example. If you're watching a football game, there's the players in the field, 11 and 11, right? So there's 22 players in the field, and 50,000 people in the stands. There's more people in the stands than there are on the field, obviously. What's great about systems and the world we live in now, building businesses online now, is people in the stands, they don't identify with those people on the field. They identify with the other people in the stands. They're more like those people in the stands. So you'll have more access to more people if you are, I think, maybe not so polished or new at it. So you're going to attract more people to you. So you just got to get started. And so there's that. So that's the first form of leverage is social media. The next form of leverage, what I like is network marketing. Is again building a team of people that builds a team of people who builds a team of people, right? So that you have that leverage there. And then again, why crypto is because it's like this, what I'm sharing, what I just showed you, this AI trading. The things I like about that is you can get started for $100. There's no monthly. Okay. And it pays passive income every week. It has been for the last 22 months. And so nothing I've said in here is either financial advice. There's no financial guarantee in anything in life. I'm not a financial planner. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a retired civil servant that is building businesses for his family. That's what I'm doing. And so I'll put a disclaimer down in the description after I get off here. So if you want to learn more, I know I should have had these things in the description before I even went live. Well, then, if you want to see I'll leave two links below. I'll leave the link for the system in itself, and I'll also leave the link for the AI crypto trading. Uh, what I like is when you build a list, even my list that I built over the last couple of years through systems, that's your list. So if you want to have a newsletter every week about crypto trading or if you want to launch a new program, it could be wellness, it could be anything. You could just launch that to your list. Okay. So I hope you got value out of today's training. If you need anything, you let me know. Click the links below and I'll assist you. And, or just the system will assist you first. And you can email when you get your email, you can email back and we can get to some questions and answers if you have any questions. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you at the top. Let's go do it.